going on, guys? Nick with Nomad Group. What's that? Welcome to the Domino Sugar Factory.
Hi, my name is Weber. I'm the CEO of Flora, and this is what we do.
And let's see if we can get a vinyl out of that album.
It's perfect.
It was a long story, but I worked in banking, worked in venture capital, quit and moved to New York to get into the art world because I wanted to explore that. Ended up going to this grad program called NYC, where they use technology to make art. And I found out about it because I looked at investing in Runway ML, which is a great text-to-video AI company that came out of ITP. So when I got there, I started building art projects, specifically kind of technology sculptures and stuff in new media art, so more conceptual stuff using technology. And I started building a tool for myself to make my art easier. What I was working on is stuff related to real-time AI. So I had one project where I wore a GoPro on my head for 2 weeks and live streamed my life, and then streamed it to like a landing page online. And if you went there and changed the prompt, you could see my world in whatever prompt you wanted. You could see my world, but everyone looked like Shrek. You could see my world, but everyone was in a Picasso painting. But to build that, we ended up building a tool for ourselves to make it easier. And that was the first version of Flora. It was basically to help me with my art projects. Traditional creative tools have a lot of creative control, but are really hard to use. You have to get really literate in the abstractions of the tool itself. AI is the opposite. It's really, really convenient. You just ask for what you want and you get it. But there's no control. So it's hard to make something of creative value. Like you can't really do client work and stuff like that. How do we get the convenience of AI, but the control of traditional tools? That's what we're trying to build, like a creative power tool, where you can get the speed that you want, but also the control. And our brand philosophy is around that of driving a Porsche, right? It feels nice, it's beautiful, but you also have great traction control. It's also really powerful. You feel really connected with the road. It should feel like that and your creative idea. So we're pretty ruthless in like figuring out what is the right way to build that. So yeah, that's kind of the way that we're driven in terms of how we build our tools. I think you sent us some places, and then we saw this one, it was close by, so we came here, and I think we were like, yeah, let's do this one. I think I pushed really hard for us to move in as soon as possible. So I think it was like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks at most. But yeah, we're glad that we were able to make the move here. There's this famous quote about architecture: first we shape our buildings, thereafter they shape us. Being in a space where you see this exposed brick where, you can see the history of it, the lighting is really great. As you can tell, because we're called Flora, I brought up a lot of plants. That's always good for the working environment. Yeah, I mean, just the space itself has been amazing for morale. And the roof is great. Always nice to go up there, do some coding up there, or do some other stuff, do meetings and stuff like that. It's always really beautiful up there. I mean, I think that's part of my job, to make sure that everyone has a great working environment. And this space has been really great for that. Our working culture is stemming out of like doing art projects at our grad program, where we're in front of a whiteboard and we're just jamming. So we always knew that we needed to be in person, especially for the type of work we do.
We're like roughly split up by functional groups, so like design, GTM, engineering.
I've been very cognizant of ensuring that we bring on people that are obsessed with creative tools. And I've felt the pain of learning creative tools before and noticing how unintuitive they are. That have spent like hours watching YouTube tutorials trying to learn how to use a creative tool, when the designer of the creative tool could have just had more empathy for their users. So yeah, I think that's why we're obsessed with it, because like we use Flora, like we use creative tools, and it's pretty fun way to make money overall.